Alright, episode for movie be akwaba fambra two kidneys and blossom on YouTube so I say episode about in some ahodo a cost no and the best my hefo nyina me no say any info be a drop in some ahodo bi aba beto episode am de nyina mu nkyere mu e ba beso mo channels meso sans na ogu any dey kwan say when you subscribing from my YouTube channel ya na don say abo subscribe button so we are now the bell notification icon so to say be an sembia no me drop video our channel so and say be Kevin be and 10 times episode the thing and say
and we knew say you winning election no almost so this time I'm going to win a presidential vote. Into Bawumia is also winning parliamentary vote. Yeah, it doesn't happen anywhere. We're very comfortable and confident with our results. Now your agents and their buyer collect a party office so we knew from all the polling stations. We had won 4 out of the 5 electoral areas.
Okay.
So we knew where the results positioned us. Enti ne se ekwaye basabasa kokun tokako pro bi debi. So what we need election o di basabasa na eje results.
Debi.
You use due process and respect for omo to abakosa lie to aban. Let me tell you, Opa Koshe NDC for Okankwe Central results from 2020. 18,882 or something like that. We only are 19,100. They added not more than 500 or 400 and something votes to their 2020 results. Yeah, Nkrofo Bufu ne Niema Shisha Nkrofo ne Abuaya anticipate crowd. We dropped from 28,000 to 21,000. And no crowd po. Okay. It tells you, sir, they have absolute confidence, respect in their member of parliament. Even when some of them voted NDC for the presidency, they still voted for the MP. Because what's now your constituency for the last 30, 10, 15, 20, 40 years, sir? You see, say one, there's been a marked improvement in the infrastructure and livelihoods within the community.
Yeah.
Number 2, OSHA security. But for 2024 elections, no what you did Ghana say ya to Obama DDBS. People were just desperate to be MPs. I was also Yankopon more a desperation. Any brainy and Mja, I say win at all costs.
Right, but I can't be Biachro. Early days, I can't be Biachro say going into 2028 general elections, saying SMEana.
Oh, election there are very dynamic. Sabi, I perceive Biani Abumu Edidi. What must say? Ain't you ever fire Haji? Na, yeah, a boy bra, ye queer anymore. So I don't make a show.
Right. Okay, question try a baby, me tell dear grow copa, and me koha me 2 din pa, saman for boarding, and commando bedru, a bimu crabwa, peter wa drew baby, ebia unsusu, a day special and why a day na mamma for boarding sao, okay, question try.
Yo, me buy no. Me fa nema be mienu mi ansabi esibeni so me any ye.
Okay.
Near di kind. So communities nyina ya kwan, ya gota sem, yensu sem, and kania sem, ahontia sem, all the electoral areas. Me started say me the plan to ho. They are making who didn't beat me. They are making my leverage on central government. They are making the partnerships via kakran. Into what important will be across the 5 electoral areas.
Who be
for the past 50 years, one road be a friend Abutre joining N1 no.
Okay.
Before Fidelity Bank and first na Pro Credit. Remember one example. Oko Sale Nuswa, I single-handedly sponsored the construction of the road.
Wabutumska.
Yes, until such a time I started to and I'm saying an additional work for an electoral area, and I'm so almost for being the MPs. Papa B, may you so rest in peace. No NDC, but Madame Fonono, or Charlo to a road no so. Also, about now, since 1974, on who say I saw Quineda, Oko Tessano Sports Club area, on my catcher. Niama, ya queen who I war constituency. No, and intina, the people always reward me because New Fadama, how yetimi lobby MIA Fadama area roads, you'll be amazed. How Sanam Construction was even procured to do the work, to do phase 2, they are called La Paz. How Oswald, Ebeye Tessano area roads, asphalt, Abeka Junction to La Paz, and Kabana Kohe, and I had storm drains through Atachia, Nobo, Sensible Chimo. Me lobby on me Juma, big storm drains. They see a my electoral area, Wabeka. I cut just about 100 meters near to me. They bought the main one that links the N1. Sabi Anyamin Kwane constituency Ghana.
Yeah.
Obia super bibia kono, but we have different skill sets. Yet me they fighting for what is required. And as Sabi politics is about relationship or relationships. Sabi ya, wait me needing partner ya on betio suffer and wait to me pushy for a lot of things. Education. Many MP, I started say me man kwala free vacation classes. Me mom my first day at school from kwala from Muko schools, 6-year-olds. Me mom books, bags, pencils, just to encourage them. Me mom mock exams, ICT infrastructure. I made provided support to the basic schools. Mock exams, a lot of things, scholarships. Sabi. Minyo be a mere near my bank farm could tell baby German, Umusami. But if you go to the families, they will tell you my contribution. It be a medical school, it be law school, engineers, teacher training, and you might have lots of the youth on my culture. No cray. I made in Nkola over 350 Kogana Telecom University. You go boost assembly say how much you have music crowd.
How much you can man?
Oh, 80. Sabi, health. You were about 8 or 9 private hospitals or clinics were around. My relationship with them because I hear overly developed. Sabi, opa sasukra bibia it's adding. So you have to help institutions to be able to get a needed help, as it were. Sebe I'll be to the Abua hospital beds, Nema Kakra will be in the Abua hospitals. So, baby, I mean, yes, as you may see, a community clinic with the support and partnership with ECOM. Many of them I contributed some, they did some. You see, 2018, former First Lady, Mrs. Akufo-Addo Danasi, on the National Chief Imam, and a inauguration. Even last year, Kramisan Commission, Apenkwa Chief's compound, it was dilapidated. My expanded, commission, a lot of things we have done from health, education, and infrastructure. Oko communities Nibia, Nansu, Twa, Untimi Nanti Unko Fio, initiative from the bar said to pave the community. Ubeko lays be brana intimi for my pavement blocks will be to make the community lively and very habitable. Baby or polytanks, too soma. My install a lot of polytanks across the community. Sebeya water shortages, but we can fall on it and serve the people with potable drinking water for both domestic and whatever use they want to. And all in all, my bonnet tougher, my relationship with the Muslim community, the Christian community is very cordial. That is why there's peace within the community. I'm not saying we've done everything, but Juma, I saw ni penny.
So from now 2025 to 2028, new project Ben Owen is so Okakwi Central.
Me nema bear me and some negumeni so. Minya 12 modern school blocks. Beautiful project. It's almost at the roofing level. Baku Apenkwa cluster. Baku New Fadama. Meka Abeka 1 to 4. Oh no, if a New Fadama. Okay. No, I idea many dear chase. Mbesi last weekend kranamo. Minya one other project from Ghana Gas for the Tesano cluster. So many dear chase. Meka wireman storm drain no many dear chase many minister no edin komo say omo yentimi nwie na just about 100 meters to finish na yetimi awie no so a mehu say through GMPC Foundation we can also assist in rehabilitating the New Fadama AstroTurf. I say Zongo Development Fund, and I know sure money, but it's taking it some time. We'll continue to support the education sector. Osha letter mature for may get fund projects. So we'll support the education sector and also the health sector. And ma sabi more your communities trade your consensus is a lot of it's a trading hub.
Yeah.
Nti e pese e hwe kwan bi so a betima boa dodo na nti all in all no ye hwe the remaining infrastructure projects I will say at the uplifting constituency no education, health and youth empowerment in this term as MP for Kankwe Central.
Right. Ma ya bubara MPP mu okakwe edebesi obata menim sana yaw e wa amanfo mu titru ne MPP for enti dodo no anka eso mo ko out koto aba no abato mpeso ahodo so o man ntimi ama out se ne se na fe fata se se mo to aba menim se MPP set committee o quiz committee a o madwuma atimi aba na wiye but nipa bia no abrabo anana mo bia otubia no ye self assessment sana kwasi broni e ka no wo self assessment ni wi a de so ye right no no waye de eni kwan sa wo ye no no watwe ho ba bia wuti e wanti aye no wasiesie ho ye so far so good abufu e hya manfo mu e wo Kankwe Central do ye wo quiz committee a o mu di e kira o mu di solutions beba e dan na mo no watu afa ho na den na we afa ho e no ma yo okay o ma kuma to mu ye masad now o ma nu o mo ho so ma out ameto aba
yo ebufo de obia ne de ebema ne buafu so timase ebia ne kasapa ye de be ne nipa ne be kasa na yetimi a cheche nipa ne niema mu obo ha otie radio na otie asembia na de afa ne plan
yeah
ontie sa station kura ntie se obo amakotra okra wetimi a explain na ne amete na no pa no enye sana na etie enti every medium I benya bia na say ya dey sre say achia emuye na niaba na enko MPP ye wodo ene ye wodom so ene ye nka say ye ba abem no ye bibia pepepe me betra wa fidie su na me ka say ye bibia krojin na me boa. We made mistakes, some through policy, some through perceived corruption, some through other suggestions that nipa ebe kandi. Ye nipa mfunso we ho nanso so ye trust ni identify some issues now we should be able to put in place corrective measures.
Okay.
What am I saying? Now to about 2016, Mami Kwechi Kakra, Ghana for my majority in parliament, 169. MIN, over 1 million votes difference. President Kufuor she share na buying. Me am I am deputy minister for 4 years. Under Honorable late Adame, so rest in peace. And the Honorable Sicily Adapa. A lot of good ideas and intentions within the water and sanitation sector, but also many nipa.
Yeah.
Abanji loans for Tamale, Wenchi, Yendi, Techiman, Keta Water Expansion Project, and a host. That mango, no idea. Now, Uji size council for projects here. You have to go through certain milestones and some releases there and there, but pre-feasibility, feasibility there and there, and COVID susube boom. Abain Sika, Abain Shishe, I was focused on saving lives. Here, Ghana for Echo to Ababim 2020. Your majority so 169 to 137. I'm an independent candidate. And penny for Echo Hrono on the constituency near the Onukana or San Ebekaya. Let's face the fact because that is what happened. Ebekaya, am I a former majority? Sana Jono. Oba swearing in as an independent MP. Adiachi no a second deputy speaker.
Yeah.
Destiny. Nyamenshi and now that's a second deputy speaker. Honorable Andres Yamamwako. Near Tosumienu, your majority from 1 million votes to about 500,000. Ama in Tokwani near Siwo, I mean, Eko to Abama, Eko to my Honorable Bagby, NDC person who was not expecting to be even speaker. And I chose MPP, near my itimi. And then who soon so and yet a bonti a yesu.
107.3.
Your queer sad anywhere. From 137 plus 138 to 500,000. I buy for me. President for me, government. Me, Naminka government. No, I was a member of parliament doing my work. MPs, Etro Majin, a lot of things. You call meetings, people speak. Because yen ye work constituencies no. Sense no eboa yehu e de abaya chi boba yehu yeka. So what man say? Hey, he levy way policy way amount for ye say galam say fight ye say amount for aswayede. Amount for aswayede. Udawa na usugu yem because bono he
signals ne ba
ye di party na chi no ne ye nkwala o
107.3.
16 years old 17 years old me party card trail signing 92 93 we yem be show inti we yesuan the hard way ye nanti rallies say Kumasi o say beko hiu say nkran o ye beko wato akotie you take the pioneer who Kumasi obehu ene we kasa wa base park we beko Accra oba nkran ene ye say Odoi Sykes Peter Jete J Kufo ombe kasa wa ha say you walk and go and listen amele tego aji blanks in nom ni aite boafo
age 17 18.
Yes, we followed this party right from its inception. And we're following selfless people. And I said, Obi fakwan biya so onyeska ne ye boy and say mano. Ono any papa. Ono wiska. Ono bitima say. No, ye mfa party. Yes, obi betima is skeni. Obi betimi aye hiani. Sabi. Professor Dubois. No, sabi. No university professor. President Kufo. Obe president no nye millionaire sabi. The President Kufado no nye millionaire. Dr. Bawumia candidate no nye millionaire. But the party no I talk about the Yesusum Tawe Chia. We have a call to duty. Say yedi Yesusum yesika de ahu odin be tiny panachi. Because you believe say the person is going to work in tandem with the values and principles of the party,
Of course.
based on our philosophy. So what I say, I'm saying there's been a shift in Sibiane loyal dedicated, committed to the true values of the party. No,
a shifty kakra.
Very much so.
And then I'm gonna shift it.
Because in Kofa is too materialistic.
107.3.
A man for too materialistic. Sika di Kofa enim. A man for pray dodo.
And yet because a man for so a showcases catcher a man for Namomuso and Yabrisika.
And yes, I no. First, I mean, one example. Professor Amwa may so rest in peace. So Mrs. Amwa, Ojina was Tiffy. The only time I JS to Tiffy South constituency of Collins Zadaho. The man was a lecturer in somewhere Southern Africa, Botswana, oh baby, Anna baby. Ye pochino. Bayano. A few weeks to the election, and no free. Anna, you didn't hear a candidate near winning. Oko doma near teacher see do mensa. You could do doma 3 days when the president for the campaign. This man had taught a lot of the people within the community. Sometimes near doma central. Could see in Grand Quanta.
I wouldn't win you.
Oh,
we are brave over.
Meaning Ghana constituency behind a corner be I can tell you.
107.3.
Could do 3 days works with this man. Because we were training Kwalabe through school sports, using as candidate, and we got a seat in 2000. Agyapong, May 1998, not a candidate, and also so your Koya, Nkrasia, and Professor Fobi can work so hard. It was a difficult constituency, and he won. Kana Professor Fobi so won. Maminka Arahosem, Agyapong. Or winning seat, I winning general election. Through our campaigns, na papa bi, may so rest in peace. Also the show. Papa Tietia, no, VMPP, do our Pomwa Baken and Professor Fobi managed to win him from the NDC stock. I'm saying no CPP no NDC into a higher Pomwa friend or show. Oh, you winning election, or Bessia Kochia Ken war Tema. No, I'm so bad on motor accident no free. Those are some of the sacrifices and crofo I have for party. Yeah, they ask the gun crofo any ebi me wu ya wo ebi musika ebi ebubu. Because Adam Bochemo. This party has grown, and sa pesamin kuminya ho ya ni breno. We have to speak against it. And yes, sir. Young penny for mo shed them o ma bon kokra no. They will leave us miserably. And I'm speaking from my heart because of what I've seen. Uncle for sacrifice. My diamond fee no me idea. Yeah, bro, businesses. We have to go back to the basics and build a party to make it an attractive brand. And at first, Onam. Accra to Kumasi, say a party, ya ba bamu feel ngochi. Na ya see and dualize it from Apedra Kusi Kumasi, Kusi Techiman. They all vote for us. Into Ombufua, Nekwanswa no. Accra to Cape Coast to Elubo. Ya shall say, but we should have looked at some of these critical infrastructural projects. I boyema a be on manum. We decided on them very late. Kumasi Swami, Angraga Junction, Kumasi in Ring Road. Wahu, Nini ha, Intinipano, Wankotwaba. Unknown to so a reason because we dear church, Unuzi and Crawford so. I dear show one, a young they are fanatics. Inti, obe punish show. Uncle 2 men this, but obe punish show. Yes, and at every election, low turnout, baby, we lose. We've lost every election.
Low turnout.
Yes, because NDC fund they always energized. They will go.
Inti so we 100 the crowd nyina abeko. In 2 years 300 now so won kwa.
Tell where? Me go ball tennis, me go theater no. me fa papa bi tra me kabi. O say NDC ni yes enye say NDC nye o ma say so be sorry nwa akoto aba ma NDC. And so o party for obebo achi obeko radio so and a comedy me and a yenya hwe and a buafu and a nkoto ampa so nkoto. Now members of parliament create me to Obama a speaker. What am I say? So it tells you.
And they take it off MPP.
Yes, it tells you say. Yet me ye bibia. See yet me elected NDC speaker. And then ordinary member ne polling station agent don't mean ye. So
yeah. Because your tiff you know. Why your police station agent was in a mokrama kotwama abambabina media menya den.
Inti with dua bibia I will see you too. Near Shisha party no, near where kono, and no more financial sector, insurance, banking. They were natural people. They realized we're pro business. Nearby pro business. Now here Nikosi saying, oh, I know be the letter. I bet you say insurance. You farmer we say. We all have friends and classmates. They speak to us and say, hey, yow, adiamu ye behamu ye kotra ha say ni eka o de koto party anima ye bu ya so aguso enti minu ya ne ameche ono say achia ne mu ye we need to correct a lot of things ye pese ye MPP ye very attractive to the middle class, the upper class, and the people in the communities ye yasa no ye nsesem okay ne enfam nkrofo a edo ewo mo ho eni ko nanim from the polling area, the electoral area, the constituency, executive level. And yes, so be about yes, oh, you say, the one fe, why you say, wako school, oh, sika, why you say, unko school, or you say, oh, no, Timmy Kasa. No. Polling area be our dynamics. Until the American catch on say, yeah, reforms near the end. In selecting those who run the party at the polling and electoral area level, let's look for influencers and people who make things work at the area. Only attractive people go for masem obuo omo. Ukofa sebe polling station women organizer bia or no area where di obi atem or ni obi akontokwa. Now we not the moody na di money when or ha yes you ebeko ha.
Omo de no hwan hibe jai.
Oh nyai kro nkoto. What must say? Until a lot of things has to be done. Ebeboama party ni ma abenyam before we even think about selecting somebody to lead us.
Okay. Manage the fact to say what do no credit a cast much wow party members. And you think is a Okwe's report na ba out no. Report no aba no betumi solve sade wo kan.
You Professor Okwe report me who here. And I see no reason why party yako election as suffer this humiliating defeat. And Koba say, me member of parliament, and me caucus, national executive, ni Professor Okwe intervene share and say, look, these are our findings, these are our recommendations. They should tell us. And to Koba say, you blame me, the executive led by President Akufo-Addo. Some way ABCD affected. His cabinet and his ministers must be called into a room and be told, say, these are our findings. Say, Dr. Bawumia, these are the findings against you. Former MMDCs, when you report, no, this segment deals with you. Former patrons, Council of Elders, this and these are what you did at Amwa Party, no.
Police station agents,
electoral. Look, see a case a koye to say Jimmy Heyman's report. It's a different era. Osafo Mafu's report. It's a different era. We've gone through a very difficult election cycle where things have got to change. And yes, sir. My late father, Nani brought back. See, you live to regret it.
Come making it public.
Me can't say in public.
Okay.
Me say, what are now groupings within the party report no affect you, let's call them.
Okay.
Discuss it.
The constituency no say MP na na say the original on the ticket of MPP the can who be a man for ameto aba ye mananya way.
That's the point.
Okay.
Ebe then and nipa na hu from so amoma hu a we will go back into the election with the same way.
But they are calling for proposal for constitution amendment.
Yes, but yes, budget proposal based on what? Our recommendations now I call round proposal based on what? So me who me inform so then I can say okay, meet my proposal way. You enter electoral area no, you enter a polling station no, you enter nipa say in building the base up to the regional level. These are my proposals. What you say? Mean to me as a party. Semiti Parliament, na national party, yes, or research group. Na yentimi any research every year. And frame in terms as a member of Parliament. Party ni benchmarks ni. Oya ade wa o communication ye o nkwa ha say o nkwa ye o nye say nti ye nye say mau change your strategy. I should be told by the national party every year. And so I say, okay, based on assessment, a bit more on opposed, will be a person challenge you. The party will have a committee to talk to Nipa Krono and assure them.
Based on your performance?
Yes. Empo say do baby, nice a case Okrano, Ade Ayaka also on Tiasia will give you the opportunity to run a primary. Yet to me, yes, I did within the next first 3 years, sir. You realize, sir. 276, you are going to get about 200 people running smoothly. Now we're concentrating on the few constituencies left. It saves the party money, it saves us division, reconciliation, tensions, and what have you. As a big party, we can have this research group doing this for us.
But I mean, so constituency research officers were.
Oh, I didn't know where. I didn't know where.
7.3.
Again, tools now they are more to do those work. You have to be serious. This is a modern day party. Who are consultants as a national party? We Jumama, so we rely on BNI and answer one. You shouldn't do that. One year international communication experts, to communicate. What I say, as a big party like MPP. Say intimacy national headquarters befitting of our status. Come on. It's not good. We should have a befitting national headquarters. I represent the true ideas, nature, color, beliefs of the Dankwa Buzia tradition. That is what I'm advocating for. We should have a national headquarters. Martin said, General Secretary, Kansaba Institute. All those things could be embedded in a well-built national headquarters. I think the Institute as a Statica Institute I check. Grandson Gabi Betty Dankwa Institute, ne Buzia Foundations, no we are there. What is the party's linkage with Dankwa Institute and Buzia Foundation to even train people who want to be constituency officers, national officers, to even appreciate what we stand for as a party? Maka bibi kakra about the parties going forward and our reforms and what we ought to do.
But Mrasobe on the ticket of MPP, Mone party no Tokro Damuntemwana. Because Monu Amotaisia Mudim Komoa, some of these issues are already it should be a concern to the political party MPP. Monu Mushia, Monu Mudim Komo.
Yo, me co party meetings.
107.3.
Minority leader and I represent here was steering committee. Sector committee heads are supposed to be part of the national executive and national council near there. But Edu Bebia, yeah, as a caucus, any national executive, no, we should have a closed door meeting to discuss heart-to-heart matters and look into our eyes and say and discuss what I term matters affecting the party. A meeting, as your leader must speak. In some social
chairman must speak.
Not chairman, Kasana leader, Kasa,
Secretary
near boy, near no. No. Or officer. Not same shady team. We must change a lot of things. I'll see as a sign name be Sibia yeah. People must be given the opportunity to vent out their frustrations during meetings. And I believe sir to go a long way to help the party.
I want to be called sir young granting Crophobia amnesty Kennedy Agyapong specifically. Sir young granting
Kennedy Agyapong.
Young granting amnesty from Crophobia more or my free party num. A man for to raise concerns that there be your Crophobia or more the coye will be the Salanco Jichamanting will be am pamono. Only Sam Rasso say Sam Crophobia you do a mobile on board.
The first person I may call it for general amnesty.
In the party.
Mekoka kasa wo GH1 TV.
Yeah.
Me kasa asem no wakoma paso. Political party a voluntary organization. Nipa edo ni a opeso ye no. Ena edi nipa bam. Na abufuo timi ba ntokwasim. Abusua ni ade abusua ntokwasim bibia timi sim. Boy, as you also a free abusuanu, in China, so not a touchline. And so the Ecosu abusuan bia Otie, it's answer any moja.
The abusuan,
Sape Pepe, Sani a party in it and a political party. Median this year and Fatu Hobi. But as a mamu, any idea bufu and an akunadu, a bit Zeden, Guzitano, Chicho Pokumo, Ebimukoti NDP, Ebimuti, Reform Party. There. But and Guzitano, and you no advice President Mahama on 24-hour economy are you who need training. Some of them are even ministers. I know 2 of them who are Reform Party members who are occupying 2 cabinet positions now. Into some call for general amnesty. Na yakuma paso. Won't be in Kase. Nano Hininto. Why General Secretary say, yeah, I expel you from the party. The Sami Crab cried over Barber contested position as chairman. We should open the door. Wow, person be feedback no. What you say? And then to about you're suspending Nipa 90, you're suspending way 50, waha, yeah, the way I say. Na nipa who are suspending 50 opamu 50 no ni nuanu mo ni namfo ni abusuafo
yere busuafo kra wo
ya to about 2008 my president Mills may so rest in peace the 40,000 votes about president a former government that me boa ye Kofi Kotena fie how many years
8 years
into every vote counts obia hu here
but the case of Alan Kojo Manten on one akọ didn't say party ni san bi puno se bra
so Oba through his own volition so okay party no say you granted general amnesty what person Oba back no Obi to back say okay maybe back to the party and as a member and by force but the party must show the way what you say so the okay say oh me dem onko no so nyo no kwa na ko e bi na ye ka wa hai so called the Nipa 40,000. I been a mekacho say NDC 2008, only 40,000 votes they win the election. And so they called time, third round or time. Inti ayakuma pana na medeka sasem. Yani Nipa nkasa. Yen kwa manfo nchen, yani omuni nkomo. They will tell us their peace of mind. Crawford Juma say businessmen be omo boy then deliberately policy wise and then minim obi ono on the mom Kotwaba 2020 Oman to 24 Oman to. I'm telling you. A yawinti.
That means I'm to see MPP paying for no sabi or one a D or much it for no hamo. Our man called Uncle Twaban.
And yet MPP penny for. Enquala penny for.
107.3.
Enquala penny for. So no. Oko page you will be see Cheska when I'm answering. No Cheska, yeah, or double and beam no. Why didn't this car? Up a placement. Amaneba. Maybe I'm a man, you capreda, Yamin Pengu. Obo ha, Obeko baby, as one you say, I mean, you say, or church and ho chair and near the end. So, in your side, when we are, Obedu a Chaco campaign. Or any ban or the Nico school. Obiani, they done a come into a deeper church. They do some brand and now say, oh, you have 5,000 mammy, Nami, found Shaha, and now you may see answer my you say. No, Okoya. So don't have free no more. There's a lot we have to do, Minia. And I mean, okay, you know, yes, a quiz report about, but you'll see who recommendations. So they are affecting MPs, they are affecting former MPs. And then a former MPs, will be already DC that on to me, yes, here to about I selected. In Crawford constituency, region, the national party, near Koyi flag bearer Cromwell vote. Former member of parliament will be a 3-term MP, will be 2-term.
Only say you were party.
How can that be? Is that how you grow a party? Just only my area few. That has to be corrected. Reverend Don Comunia, dear. You have to remember them and make them feel important. It's as someone and I know. Films, hey, Nada, Anakra, Anna Papa. They say they'll be a mesra of you. What are you telling the family? They do campaign there also. Who do a crown and say, oh, now your chairman be or your friend say you, Yanko Sano. Hey, so first now, you call. Ayi Jomora Kukrudu Blay Fienani Didi, we should let them feel good and own the party within their communities. What I say? That is how we grow. And yes, sir, you better say what you soon every way, and also see and farm more bra. That's
I understand it. Quickly, ma'am, or can question Tramra Shebedjani April 3, 2025, we donation be our doom fire victims, you know. And then the motivators are donation.
You, that's it. Madam Fo, and they Kwame Ata. They mammy free moon. Tea. I can't cook my son out to Dana. Over here, April 3, I'm saying Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tea, me corner. My mate, so law school, Kofi Obria, but no, yeah, MP was subbing. Kofi, me ba Kumasi. Na Sibia Jashisha no me unse party penny for ne adofo so obewa me so kakra me won ma be donation we are no so kotoko for bo match na ade chi amakoja attach so ma me na oche nti yekoboa Sibia adofo we break oboa no Kumasi, but who say, Crawford so boa, me coach regional minister, no so near there. Inti, and before Easter, so me boa Christian Council, Ghana Pentecostal Councils for so ye BB Juni. I'll go and support them.
Right.
We all have to contribute to
national development.
Right.
Then Tambisa our question is Fachami pa. Your uncrophobia or my donation or my out clear. I bet you say or more presidential ambition. Or any presidential ambition, and I say running mate ambition.
Ambition and your donation, your ambition. Ambition. Nyame see here. My bomb penny for baby dear. Sabe and your donation at the Omudu. Yankopon. Oboye nyina no o chire obia ne de obeye ene ba bi opeso de obiasi And he said, a do time be, na se opese oso man now the which man no party, na se eye nyankopon pe a. Odu be baby opese odi obi o opese oye police station chairman. Na ambition no. Obi so opese oye constituency officer and a coordinator and I say opese regional chairman, regional executive council. Obi so ambition no so be president, vice president. Ni nyina nyame nhye politics so ye kɔ yanim. Enti say ye kɔ yanim a baby a obedu a obefeel say you can serve well no. But not through donations there. Yeah, ye bia Mother's Day, may donation.
107.3.
Donation there, but I can't even count.
It's ambition, no.
Debbie.
But what presidential ambition and I really made ambition.
I know your ambition. Presidential ambition. Nyame is a bibia. Uto them cry bit my friend say. Party no, you feel say baby edu no bra. You be di anim. So pray ho gidi ya.
Obepem.
Inti work and serve.
Emre no so a.
Na say eye wo dia.
But me tietie for ma, me the street boy you me ne MPP for ye gura street boy. Me pon amena, me ne na kona na akra ma kope ba bia da. Amanfo se omu hia so be presidential candidate for MPP. Minim akra bia na wonte. Ma me ka asem bi kirem se asem ben wa ya wonte. Wa asem no fa ho no wonte. Abontin su ni na be ka kira ka se eh Kofi masem no mo kan. Enso na wo asem ne wo asem. What be? Na what you some say. Minim se wonte.
Me ntebi. Na party ne yedi nhyehyɛ na yɛ adwuma. What I say? Na so be person may lead the party na. It's a good call. It's a good call. But you know, to be flag bearer over what? Where we are as a party, your concentration must be aimed towards building the right structures to make us a very attractive brand to be able to appeal to the larger electorate in the country about me winning general election. So the whole personal ambition, echo for it, sir, roadmap yam there too. Then you are not a good party person. Because see ye, na you 6 months to election, you will win.
Yeah.
Now say all the whole personal interest could be anymore. You beat me jama, you go and lose.
Because at the end she shame ye.
Nti mesro, yam first ambition ne kasane ne here sabe. Yam fan to nchen.
The party for can no. Ebi crack as akra, oda ma me nkoso nkan ebi crack say this time around say Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia we ni awon fa say running mate.
Medanas.
107.3.
Because what pay would use?
This is a chair baby.
107.3.
Oh no, we could but inshallah, ye di nyame be.
Emre we nim.
Ye hwe di nyame be.
Ne ahode ne yesre. Say ye be koso asom party no. Party for mo here there. There's time to reward everybody. Say do so. Ombe reward. Opre ho do be sin change.
The issue of we enkramoni nti Ghana for anto aba amfa ma no nti MPP for anko abonten ankoto aba no abobo aba. Dr. Laji Mahmoud Bawumia ayi no se call a reverend intim for dro ho ono kra no oye sofo enye Kristo kekewo ono oye sofo enso ono voice enkramoni a wonya wo ho no e chen wo no ono omo ya adwen
What figures no
me check this here
check figures no
107.3.
Men share figures no I don't know the basis for that and me who Okwes reports no or aspect on that
okay
religious factor and a very very slippery area as a politician to be talking about me Muslims from conscience be brave per myself
chief imam hokra na
yes be brave Christians so be brave or home per myself they are any say the politics a religion is animal well You can look at the numbers from the polling stations, Muslim dominated, constituencies, Muslim dominated, at the Iowa analysis. What must say? As in South, Reverend, me who numbers no. And I cannot
comment.
I can open my phone and check, but it be a very isolated case. Obviously, tobacco can't different. I cited different example because my constituency since 2012, I've always gotten votes more than my presidential candidate.
Okay.
I think, sir, you enjoy religious issues since Anyamano. I'm building a brand that will sell to both Christians and Muslims. After all, it's about Ghana. And now, party, your national coordinators near their constituencies. Let's ask ourselves why we are not doing well in the Muslim-dominated areas. Is it the case that your historical issues be, and now say a DNT and a Tembia winning Muslim areas and our polling stations dominated by Muslims? Those so good research team, I should tell you what you should be doing and the kind of people you need in those areas. What I say? Maybe I'm not going to sit here and attribute religious factors. Yes, ethnicity, religion has some correlation, but the extent, I'm not a researcher to
come out with that. Right. Mami Nkoma Yimra Soja, if you have joining you now, you're no honorable Patrick Bawumia MP for Kwankwi Central and a Dinkomo, Mr. Chobat Fachemi, Ghana Hudunti, the Vube Mampaina na Vice President and Bawa Kaimentem, until the Fachemi na Dinkomo Kakra. A Parliament, any ninth Parliament, a Parliament, meaning say, na 18 Kakra. Ninth Parliament, who say, minority no more page mu kakra so amanfo bi cross su say eya ye say MPP mrasedwafo omu opposition a omu ho edin chen say omu wabam. Is that the case?
Parliament makonya the eighth parliament the most difficult and uncertain one. It's on numbers no because tempia baby bia it's answer na NDC for omu ehia power anti. They put in place a lot of impediments and roadblocks towards akwansidie bebre niam ebesisi akwanyama your policy your program. For one example, your 250 million. I mean, I'm a finance committee chair. 250 million. You give a World Bank at the banking sector. Banking sector here to be on Mukoma. Yeah. Excuse me, 250 million. From World Bank, a man for yes, set up fund with chief executive of the fund. Yes and no, we are near that kind of fund that I also they set it up through an act of parliament. Nini tactics by the opposition. As Karen Yanji Anke Debua. Mekaminakusia so say eighth parliament was very difficult because of the numbers, the slim majority that we had. Ninth parliament. NDC and a winner, a more majority, absolute majority, a more president, a more speaker. They are even attempting to remove the chief justice. They want absolute control. In parliament, we the minority, Yem Kumano, Yebenya, you say, but they will always have their way, regardless of what they want to do. Obika say ya peja emu a enye say ya peja emu wo kwan bone so but minority there say they make catch on obeka wasem so aban ne beti o ntie o so obeto ho aba fa awini no obeye no person oye no obeye ya nominate judges ya be vetting questions obebusa obeka say won to man but they have the numbers.
But it seems you're doing well. I will mind him with your fear.
Yeah, and they be a family there. Now, so what I say, a numbers game. It's a majority rule, but Obika majority there, they will always have their way. Or majority there, you have your say. Debate. Obeka wajuni. Obetra hodi ahel. The question. Speaker Busa put two question now. It's a majority decision. The person we number. Somebody gold body. And you know my. Say majority. Yes, sorry for you. Pass your mumra. Yes, we are ebida. Using our majority.
Walk out.
Almost stage workout. We went ahead to conduct government business.
107.3.
Yes, your numbers. The minority will always use their tactics and strategies to frustrate government business. But I share home boss will be a very constructive minority. You beg raise issues, budget debate, about State of the Nation address, about vetting of ministers. Baby bia you be power yen say enkotra na yemwa with the governance process. We will show the force that we are supposed to show as a group in parliament.
Right. What's more my imras with Jeffy Ache or contribution or my imras with Jeffy day?
Oh, a dose baby in the area of legislation, making laws, representing, sitting on committees,
107.3.
ensuring that Parliament does what is required to do in tandem with the Constitution. And I said, I'm rapping can. Neman de be wint me enter her muboni in us, but I'm not person, I'm abubachi.
Right. You back on national issues, so but still, our my imras be
National issues view.
Can be say one kakra say MP timi koto aba me timi nya aban suma na babin say speaker ya be dia sustain sa wodo unity a ewo mrasbejafo minority muntem ene adwumaden ni determination so di hunu no ya be mo be dia sustain sustainable to 2028
A be sustainable a bit ni nyina agina openness, transparency. You better do your home. You better share ideas. Na ya ma de na nko say menkwa na metimaye. We must work as a group.
Okay.
And have a common strategy with leadership. Na ntitwitwa wetimi wakame wa say emwa any group. Inti assembly hawa also to me a caucus meeting and now call leadership and now obi open as a want to be catch no who ne emwa
we see
akake utin kranka
few
nakai you are double mode inti sana me hwe no say yentina say abusua masem nya wasem I should be able to have an interest in the constituency bia minuano ebi owo form kwa meet me pejano so what man say na nkoye se wonkwa say na nipa ba akofo da bia na me ka che me constituency nipa ba akofo ntimi inform majority inti I see it me bua other areas no bo say nipa ba ko oye campaign na ne pick up 10 no biti another place oni pick up ba ko kra ye ne sa so to me boa treon sem na buy no a bar so oh me boa me say now so you fan to ya no
okay
must mama catch you
and I'm call demonstration okobi
mbacho I me kobi
then chamo call demonstration no
yeah feel say kwanya president mama ni NDC are buying and a person amofaso chief justice no yeah feel say ebe higher democracy na na come mami kebi amamu no di enti na make asa amampani wo to me say obi the petition bi breno efa judge chief justice and judge bi ho a opa Juma Kobi so say recommendation free council of state near there ba. Now so man peninsula to me say krata dey abremi. Me hwe mu a
Eni ejina so no nye dru sa.
Sana na me feel say o say man peni here. Esan say wo hwe petitions no. Any charges are ye level a ye dey fresh say ye chief justice na. Me bo ama there. Me feel say emiti sa constitutional threshold no for misconduct ne na say for no. I know na ha me. Esan say omo ni bie no. Minorities any omo a sebe vulnerable in society near there no. Baby a omo re nyina share judicial system no. Na say sinity asia. Na che say omo there oni baby akọ. Oni baby akọ. Inti say President Akufo-Addo na appointed Chief Justice. Say Supreme Court na throw decision election 2020 petition. Say again, let's respect the sanctity of the judicial system. Because Chief Justice Ukoyina, what ended the career as a Supreme Court Justice? Because some misconduct, you know, all they are affected as a Chief Justice and also as a Supreme Court Justice. What terminating a career? What man say? I think it's a very dangerous route.